Have you ever thought to yourself, I wish I had started earlier? Maybe you wanted to learn English when you were younger. Or maybe you dreamed of playing the piano, studying abroad, or starting a new job. But somehow, life got in the way. You got busy. Time passed, and now a little voice inside says, it's too late for me. I've heard this from so many people, especially adult learners. They say, I'm too old to learn English now, or I don't have the energy anymore. Some even joke, my brain is too slow these days. But here's the truth. That voice, the one that says it's too late, is not telling you the truth. It's just fear, wearing the costume of logic. It sounds reasonable, but it's holding you back. Time isn't your enemy. In fact, it's the very thing that gives meaning to your learning journey. The fact that you're starting now, after everything you've lived through, makes your effort even more beautiful. Let me tell you something I truly believe. It's never too late to begin. It's never too late to come back to yourself. It's never too late to learn something, whether that's English, a new skill, or simply how to love yourself better. In this episode, we'll talk about this idea, slowly, calmly, and clearly. You'll get to practice your English listening. But more than that, I hope you'll remember something deeper. You are not too late. You are not behind. You're just on your own timeline. And that timeline is perfectly okay. So take a deep breath. Sit with me for a while. And let's gently explore why learning is always possible, at any age, at any moment. So, why do so many of us believe we're too late? Where does that thought come from? Maybe it starts when we look around and see others moving faster than us. We hear stories of young people who speak 3 languages, who travel the world, or start businesses at 25. And we think, wow, I'm so far behind. That's when the doubt begins. And slowly, we create a belief. I missed my chance. I'm not smart enough anymore. I should just accept that it's too late. But that belief, even though it feels real, is just a limiting belief. It's not the truth. It's only a story we've repeated so many times. We started to believe it. Let me share something with you. I once knew a woman who started learning English at age 60. She had always wanted to travel, but she never had the time when she was younger, raising kids, working long hours. At 60, she finally joined a beginner English class. And you know what happened? She didn't learn fast, but she learned with love. Every week, she wrote 1 new sentence in her notebook. Every morning, she practiced saying good morning in the mirror. And one day, at 65, she went to Australia and ordered her own coffee in her own voice with her own proud smile. She once told me, I don't care how long it takes me. I just care that I'm still becoming someone new. That sentence stayed with me because it reminds us we don't need to catch up. We just need to keep going at our pace. So the next time you hear that little voice saying, you're too late, try answering back with a different voice, one that says, no, I'm still here. I'm still learning, and that is enough. You are not behind. You are becoming. Let's take a moment to look at this from another angle. You may think that starting late is a weakness, but what if it's actually your strength? People often believe that children learn faster, and yes, children are like sponges. They pick up words quickly, but adult learners have something even more powerful: experience. You have lived. You've had jobs. You've raised children. You've faced challenges. You've made decisions, learned lessons, and discovered who you are. And all of that becomes the soil where new learning can grow deeply. Think of it like this. If learning is like planting a tree, then adult learners are planting in richer soil. Yes, the seed might grow slowly, but it will grow with stronger roots. You also have something else: intention. When adults choose to learn something, it's usually because it means something. You want to understand movies in English. You want to talk to your children in another country. You want to travel and feel free. That motivation, that purpose, is a secret power. And finally, as an adult, you can do something young learners can't. You can reflect. You know why you struggled. You know how you feel when you succeed. And you can choose your own path, in your own way. So let's stop thinking of age as a barrier and start seeing it as a bridge. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. And that experience brings depth, meaning, and strength. In English, we have some beautiful words for this. Resilient, someone who doesn't give up, even when it's hard determined. Someone who keeps going step by step. Self-paced, someone who learns in their own time, without pressure. If you're listening to this right now, you are resilient, you are determined, and you are enough. So go gently, but go forward, because every step you take as an adult learner is a step filled with courage, and that's something to be proud of. So, where do we begin? When you've been away from learning for a long time, the idea of starting again can feel heavy, maybe even a little scary. But learning something new doesn't have to feel big or complicated. It can be gentle. It can be small. It can be yours. Let's start with something simple. 10 minutes a day. That's all you need to begin. You don't need to finish a whole lesson. You don't need to memorize 50 words. Just give yourself 10 minutes. With love and no pressure. Maybe you listen to this podcast again and repeat some key phrases. Maybe you write one short sentence in a notebook every morning. Maybe you say hello to yourself in the mirror. In English, it's okay if it feels awkward at first. That's part of the magic. You're building something. Remember this phrase: progress, not perfection. You're not trying to be the best. You're trying to grow. Slowly, kindly, consistently. Here are a few phrases we often use in English when talking about personal growth. Get back on track. To return to something after a break step by step. To move slowly and carefully, one stage at a time, never too late. To say that the time is still right to begin show up for yourself. To keep a promise to yourself, even if it's small. You can use these phrases not just in English, but in your life. For example, I'm getting back on track with my English. I'll take it step by step. Just 10 minutes a day. It's never too late to grow. I'm showing up for myself today. You see, learning something new now isn't about trying to catch up with others. It's about reconnecting with yourself. You're not behind. You're just beginning again. And there is so much beauty in that. So pick one small thing today. One word, one sentence, one kind step, and give it your heart. Because from that tiny step, a whole new part of you can grow. So now, you've listened to this far. You've taken in each word, each thought, each quiet reminder. And maybe, just maybe, something inside you has softened. Maybe you feel a little more hopeful. Maybe you realize you're not starting from nothing. You're starting from everything you've lived. Your past? It's not a reason to stop. It's a reason to begin again. With wisdom, with kindness, with courage. The truth is, it's never too late to learn something. Not just English, but patience, confidence, trust in yourself, joy in small progress. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compare. You just need to begin. In your way, at your pace. Even if you've stopped many times before, even if your learning feels messy or slow, even if you're scared you won't remember anything, that's okay. Because showing up, even today, is an act of hope, an act of love, an act of becoming. Let me leave you with this. Take one quiet breath. Right now, breathe in, Breathe out and say to yourself, I am not too late. I am not too old. I am not behind. I am learning. And that is enough. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You're already growing. And the future is not a race. It's a garden. You get to plant it, water it, and watch it bloom. One gentle day at a time. Thank you for spending this moment with me. I'm proud of you. Now go, take one small step. Your learning journey is waiting, and it's ready when you are.